I am so excited for the future of Switch. I think this year is actually going to shape up real nice, especially after Nintendo just stealth dropped the announcement of Paper Mario and the Origami King. We've got Xenoblade at the end of the month, the 2K Bonanza. I'm feeling really good about the rest of this year. I think there's a lot in store. And what else is in store? Sales. The eShop store, full of good ones. Today I've got 20 more games for you, so make sure to smash that like button if you love finding out about these sales and enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you've got your eye on and what you would recommend friends or other viewers go and grab. There's a variety of games today that come from major publishers and that come from small publishers, and we're going to start it off with What the Golf, which isn't even out yet. It comes out on May 21st. It's currently 25% off till May 28th, though, so a little pre-order first week sale, dropping the game down to $15. Now, I love this game, but it's part of Apple Arcade, so theoretically, you can get it way cheaper, though the Switch version is going to be awesome because it incorporates multiplayer for the first time. They've got this 2-player local multiplayer party mode, which I'm excited to check out. This game, it's not really golf. You know, like Golf Story is like a great golf game. I miss Mario Golf. I think they definitely need to do Mario Golf and Mario Strikers soon on Switch, but this is not really golf as much as it is like a crazy physics puzzler. It really deviates from the golf formula quite fast, and as you can tell from the trailer, it's just oodles of fun. It is spewing fun in your face, and I'm swallowing all of it. I love this game a lot. I really recommend it. If you want to wait and see how involved the party mode is for the price, I do understand. Let's go to Hob and Definitive Edition, a title that surprised the heck out of me on Switch. I skipped this one when it released on PC, came to Switch, and they told me Panic Button did the port job. So I said, okay, I gotta give it a go. Hob is $14, that's 30% off till May the 20th. It is a very fun adventure game with some pretty intense combat. You gotta be careful, and a really nice world that evolves and grows as you go. You're literally moving entire portions of this world, gears and islands, and raising them, lowering them as you navigate and try to find out. It's made by the creators of Torchlight, and I think we'll see that game a little later on in today's show, but it really has a nice, serene charm with great exploration, solid, difficult combat, and some cool, unique power-ups. I love this one a lot. Panic Button did a great job. I highly recommend it. I also highly recommend Axiom Verge, one of Gabe's favorite games on the system, $11.99, 40% off till May 21st. If you haven't played this yet, if you have any remote interest in Metroidvanias or games of this ilk, you gotta get it. It's so cool. The new one is coming decently soon. This is a great opportunity to get prepared for it, to see what Thomas Happ is all about in his design philosophy, and experience a really great retro Metroidvania that released a couple years back in 2017. It's a phenomenal game. You're going to get more than your money's worth at $11.99. And of everything, this is a must-buy. Ashen is almost a must-buy for me, especially 40% off at $23.99, down at that price point until May 28th. This is part of the Annapurna games sale, and I freaking love what they put out. I think they've done such a good job on Switch. They've just really found their niche as a great mid-tier developer. Ashen is kind of a Dark Souls style game that has its own charm, and it's new. So if you enjoy Dark Souls, but you don't really want to go back to play Dark Souls 1 on Switch, this is a great alternative, and it can be played cooperatively. I will say it's open world in a way that did leave me confused at certain moments in the campaign, and the story is definitely slight, but I think the combat is very strong. I love the look of the game. It runs good on Switch. There are different NPCs you'll acquire and add to your town, and they will help you craft new gear, blacksmith new weapons. You'll get to upgrade and move your way through this really pretty adventure that maybe isn't as fully amazing as Dark Souls, but I think it really has a lot of merit, and $40 is a lot in my opinion, but $23.99, dude, give this one a go. I think you will definitely enjoy. Sayonara Wild Hearts isn't really my cup of tea, but at $9.74, 25% off till May 28th, this game has received a lot of accolades. It is a very, very awesome video, audio experience as you rhythmically work your way, moving down these paths on your crazy bike and listening to awesome tunes. This gained a lot of momentum and buzz last year at the PAXs, And when it released, it reviewed incredibly well, and I think grabbed quite a following. So if you're into music-based games, if you want a crazy soundtrack, if you are excited about the visuals, it's pretty sweet. Not usually my cup of tea, like I said, but I do have to give it the props it deserves because I understand the quality. And at $9.74, it's good. Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition made a lot of waves earlier this year in its crazy, intense storytelling. The game has been in the works for years. They've been releasing the episodes, and now on Switch, you can get the complete package for $18.74. That is 25% off till May 28th. It is a slow burn because it is a story-focused game, but there is a really engaging, interesting mystery here, and you're going to want to try to figure out what these characters are up to, what's going on down Kentucky Route Zero, and learn the tales through 5 different chapters that each take a couple of hours, and the game builds and gets better as it goes. I have dipped my toes, but I have not finished, and this is a good reminder that I need to really put some hardcore hours into getting this done because I love the start of it. I really like what they're going for. I think some of the imagery is just very mesmerizing. It's got just that vibe to it, and if you're looking for a good story, maybe something to play before bed, I think Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition is a great one, especially at 25% off. Gone Home is a classic game, one of the first walking simulators that everyone really came to know and love, and it involves a pretty sad, somber storyline, but one that's really, it can be both exciting, intense, and very calm, very serene. You're exploring a family home after a year abroad. You come home, nobody's there, and you got to figure out what is going on. It's set in the 90s, so there's those vibes. It's pretty darn cool. Gone Home on Switch includes like developer commentary also if you want to know exactly how they worked on this game. That kind of, I would say, helped really catapult this genre into the mainstream when it initially released. It is $7.49. That's 50% off till May 28th. A good one if you missed it. Florence is $4.49. That's 25% off till May 28th. This is a magical game. It's a mobile title, but it works well on Switch. It is a very simple experience going through a relationship. You play as Florence. She's 25, and she is falling in love and falling out of love. And it's a moving, touching title. It'll probably bring you to tears, especially, I know people are a little bit more sentimental right now, given everything that's going on. I love this game. I think it's going to be the best $5 you spend this week, so go for it. What Remains of Edith Finch is going to wrap our Annapurna segment of the show. $9.99 from $20. That is 50% off till May 20th. We've talked about this a lot. You get to explore all the different the ancestry of this family, the Finch family, and do these different mini games, these adventures to figure out what exactly is going on. It's brilliant. Jackbox Party Pack has been on sale recently, but the newest ones have sat out, and now they are on sale. So Jackbox Party Pack 5 and 6 are on sale. 5 is 40% off, down to $17.99 till May 28th. I like this pack. It's got some solid games. Split the Room is pretty cool. You Don't Know Jack, which is a classic. I will say, though, I don't necessarily like the rest of the games in the pack. So I would more likely go towards Jackbox Party Pack 6, which I think is a very nice, strong package. This one is 35% off, $19.49 till May 28th. And I love Trivia Murder Party. So the sequel, Trivia Murder Party 2, is great. I think the extra games here that come along with it, Dictionarium, Push the Button, Role Models, are pretty darn fun. They're a little goofier. I like the old school Jackbox games, and I would say, You Don't Know Jack fits in that category. Trivia Murder Party fits in that category. The ones that are a little more like trivia game based, so things like Fibbage and things like Quiplash and things like Drawful, those are the ones that I like more. I feel like those are the tried and true. They've gotten very creative over the years with like t-shirt battles and rap battles and all sorts of things. But this one is strong mainly because it's anchored by Trivia Murder Party 2. If you have none of the Jackboxes, though, I still would say go back and get one of the first couple, because they've got like the cream of the Jackbox crop. But these new ones are fun too, and if you're looking for a little bit of a goofier time, a little bit more of a lighthearted time, 5 and 6 are great picks. This War of Mine is a very dark game. We're talking something that might not be a good fit for this time in the world, but it's seen its best discount ever. It has been put to $13.20. That's 67% off till May the 25th. You are going to play as a group of civilians trying to survive in a war-torn city. You're going to have to keep everybody alive. People are going to die. it's a little bit dark, and it has all the DLC in this version of the game, including the little ones where children are involved, which is ballsy and bold, but important, I would say. It's mature rated for a reason, so stay away if you're easily saddened or don't want to deal with something dark during these kind of tense times. But if you can handle it, it's a fantastic game, and it's a fantastic price, the best we've seen on Switch with that 67% discount. Now, the anime sale is rolling right now as well until May 26th. That'll apply to the following 3 games I'm going to pick out. There are a bunch of other ones here across the Dragon Ball, Naruto franchises. You've got Sword Art Online as well, One Piece, and a few others. I think Dragon Ball FighterZ is fantastic. It's $14.99. The game is on sale a lot, so if you miss it or skip it, it's going to be back on sale, but it's 75% off till May 26th. Great price, great fighter, amazing art, always adding characters, new ones, even to this day. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch is a super cool RPG in that Studio Ghibli style, which I absolutely adore. Spirited Away is one of my favorite childhood movies. It's $30. It's 40% off till May 26th, but this game is also on sale a lot. I'd say all these games are on sale from Bandai Namco, and Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition follows suit. It's $20, which is 60% off, but it's seen the $20 price point a lot. Totally worth grabbing. I love the Tales series. I think Vesperia is one of the best. It originally started as an Xbox 360 title, and now it has moved across the different consoles. It's a good port on Switch. We liked it a lot, but these games are on sale frequently, so I feel obligated to point that out and let you know it's not some crazy deal that you won't see again. But they are good prices, and they are quality products. Torchlight 2 brings Panic Button back to the discussion because they worked on this port. It's $13.99, down from $20. That makes it 30% off till May 20th. And if you know anything about Torchlight or Diablo, you know what you're getting here. It is amazing action RPG, loot awesomeness with a very vibrant sense of enthusiasm. It's a wonderful port. It's fast-paced. You are going to be growing and gaining so quick. There are some exclusive pets to the Switch version. It's got a new game plus, and you may not even need it because you're going to get tons of hours. $13.99 is a great price point. I like both Diablo 3 on Switch and this on Switch. I think it's worth owning both because they provide slightly different gameplay experiences. This one is a pretty darn good sale. It's always been cheaper than Diablo 3. We see Diablo 3 hit $20 a lot, or $25, $30 a lot. $13.99. I don't know if I've ever seen Diablo 3 get that low, but they're both fantastic games. I like them both in their own ways. I played Torchlight 2 more recently, and it is a lot of fun. It can be played with up to 4 players online, which is pretty nifty. And again, Runic Games, Panic Button, they're doing A+ work over there. Cannot wait to see what the new Torchlight is like, and hopefully that one hits switcheroo. RBI Baseball 20 is $24.99. That is 17% off till May the 22nd. You know, the RBI Baseball franchise has not fared very well on Switch. In fact, some of the games have gotten reviewed quite poorly, but they've apparently improved this year at least a little bit. I think Super Mega Baseball 3 is probably the pitch and run title that you would prefer this year, but I wanted to point it out because don't often see baseball titles on sale or even really appear on SwitchForce. So this one is going to be just a slight discount, but if you're waiting to get a realistic baseball game on the system, now's your chance. I recommend Super Baseball, Mega Baseball 3. That got incredible reviews. This one is just more of the, like I said, you can get it if you want. It is literally developed by Major League Baseball. So I know for some people that will do the trick for them. Rico is an experience that did it for both Gabe and I. It's $15 down from $20. That puts it at 25% off till May the 21st. And it came out at a time where there were hardly any shooters on Switch. I mean, I'd still say it's a very underrepresented genre. But we got a bunch of the free-to-plays recently, which has definitely upped the ante. But Rico is one where you're busting in and taking everybody out. There's some really unique ideas here in terms of how they've structured the modes. I think that's probably the coolest aspect of this game. There are procedurally generated campaigns that you will go through, different levels that are kind of made as you go. You've got daily cases, which is kind of a cool idea. You can play locally or online in co-op, which I like, and the controls are solid enough to help you string through the different missions. Look, it's not going to blow your socks off. It's not going to win any awards. But at $15, I think you and a friend can have some really good fun locally or online. And if you like shooters, the Switch doesn't have a lot. And this is one that I think really utilizes the motion well if you want to do that. Otherwise, it controls just fine without. And it's a unique offering that isn't just like, hey, porting something that we experienced a decade ago over to Switch. So I give them props. It has DLC, and this is a pretty good price point. Fury Unleashed is seeing a small 10% sale till May the 29th for $17.99. I point this out because I want to talk about it. I just played this game. I thought it looked cool. It got really good buzz. They were saying it's like Contra meets roguelite, and it really is. It is a shooter where you're going through and trying to survive as far as you can, gaining new weapons, unlocking more progression and meta for your character, and it's all set within a comic book world. It does feel a little budget at times, and you can tell that the development was not something that had, an abundance of cash flow, but it has charm and it has enough polish that you're not going to be frustrated by the controls or anything like that. And it was a lot of fun. I made it through a couple of runs. The bosses were intense, and I like being able to kind of play a Contra shooter-based, side-scrolling shooter-based roguelite. It's something we don't see very often. We either get the top-down ones like Enter the Gungeon, or we get very fast-paced Twitch platformer melee-type games like Scourgebringer or Dead Cells. This is unique in the way that it structures its roguelite, which I know is a overdone genre, but it's unique in the way it does it. Now, there's a cool combo system that helps you build your Fury and take it out, and the way that the comic books are laid out and the sketches, it's pretty neat. I like this one quite a bit, and so I wanted to highlight it as something new that I've played, and something that is seeing a small 10% discount right now. Vampire the Coteries, or Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York, a very complex title, is our last game of the day. It is $15, 25% off till May the 19th, and I bring this one up specifically because there's a new Vampire the Masquerade game coming to next-gen consoles. Well, I guess also coming to current-gen consoles, because that's how we do things now. It was debuted at the Xbox event, where they kind of highlighted some of their third-party titles coming to Xbox Series X, and I thought it was the best-looking thing of the show. In an otherwise very disappointing show, I thought this game looked pretty darn sweet. They had this creepy dance trailer that was very evocative of the recent Joker movie, and this Vampire is nothing like that Vampire, but it's set in the same franchise. This is a very story-driven, dialogue-driven adventure game where you're making a lot of decisions, meeting a lot of characters, and trying to decide what kind of vampire you will be. So if that is your cup of tea, I've heard pretty good remarks. My favorite podcast, Rebel FM, has talked about this one and enjoyed it, so you can grab it for 25% off now if you would like. That is going to do it for our list of 20 my top picks of the day. Like I said at the start, Axiom Verge is freaking fantastic at $12. I know a lot of people are going to love Sayonara Wild Hearts at $9.74. I think Ashen is a great pickup at $24. Frankly, the entire Annapurna catalog is worth it with the discounts they're offering, and all the games are quality. Jackbox Party Pack, I think they're fun if you have others, but like I said, I would lean towards the earlier entries in the series. So the last game that I will recommend for all of you heavily is Torchlight 2. I think $14, you're going to get so many hours of gameplay, and you can do it solo, you can do it with friends, you can mix and match. It's fast-paced, it's fun, it's colorful, it's panic button, so you know it's going to run super duper well, and I can't wait to see what they do with the next Torchlight, as I mentioned, so this is a good primer. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys are excited for and what you recommend to friends. Which games are you going to pick up? I want to hear from you in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. I will bring you all the sales as soon as I can. Always keeping tabs to make sure we know not just when sales are happening, but when quality sales are happening, good sales. There are tons more games than this on sale right now, but I curate the list and highlight the ones that I think are worth your time and money, so I'm not wasting your time as you watch these videos. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for your support. Hope you're staying safe and healthy out there. I love you a lot. Don't forget to check out our Discord server, Switch Strong. Link in the description down below. Until next time, everybody, have a fantastic day. Grab some good games on sale. Until next time, SwitchForce out.